lot of guys don't know how to build the muscles that are actually attracted to women. Now, a while ago, I was walking along the beach and I was shirtless, and it was an event that I was invited to just by a couple of friends. And I remember walking across the beach shore and I saw this girl, and she was just sitting by herself, doing her usual do, sitting outside, sunbathing and everything like that. And I remember walking up to her, sitting down, just talking to her for a bit, just chatting it up basically. Night gets a little bit longer. We chatted up a lot more. She then invites me out for drinks later that night. Now we talk, we kiss, some gets heated, and then I find myself back at her place. We do the do, you know what I mean, right? And afterwards, I asked her the question of just a simple question of, oh, what made you, like me? Because it's the first time you see me and we're doing this. And she then hits me with, oh, I saw you originally before you even saw me. Well, basically, she's telling me that she spotted me before I even saw her, and she just thought that I looked good enough to put her through the mattress. Now, back in the day, or even a while ago, I didn't necessarily have the physique that would make women crave me that much, but after I learned how to prioritize the right muscles, build the right muscles that will make me more attractive, or even build an attractive physique, that's when I started to get girls that will want me to put a dent inside the mattress. And I'm gonna be honest with you, now that I have this physique, attracting women has become way too easy for me, to the point where it's been totally easy to get them. Now, in this vid, I'm going to teach you exactly which muscles you need to build in order to get women, but also how to effectively build them so you don't waste your time in the gym and you just work in nonsense muscles that'll make you look like a power builder instead of a guy that actually gets girls. So the muscles you prioritize inside the gym are actually a lot more important than that actual mass that you have. Now, allow me to explain my point. There's a certain look that women find attractive nowadays, and that is the V-tapered physique. That is the reverse of the hourglass we see in women, the sexy curve that enhances the ass and the tits that we see in women. The inverse of that for us guys is our lateral delts, our traps, our upper chest, our lats itself, and our abs. That is what gives us that very sexy physique. That is what makes us pop. Now, the reason why the muscles that we train matter more than actual mass is because this physique is going to make you the most appealing towards women. It's going to make women actually crave you. A woman does not crave a guy who has a 400 squat, 300 deadlift, and 225 bench. Even though those are nice numbers, it's not gonna make her pussy wet. That's just how it is. What's gonna make her pussy wet is you fucking her and you look in the mirror and you have rock hard six pack. That's what's gonna make your pussy wet. Now, to be able to be much more attractive to this woman is you're going to have to work the muscles that's gonna make you more symmetrical, which is the V taper. The water buffalo look, where you have tons of mass, is not going to get you the goal of getting more women. Yes, you'll have the admiration of guys, but that sexy woman that's walking down the street that you're looking at and you're thinking inside your head, damn, I want to fuck her. She's not gonna like you. Trust me when I say that. And so the question you may be asking now is, okay, you told me what I need to work out. Now, how do I exactly get this V-taper physique? Now, I'm going to tell you what you should mainly be prioritizing inside your physique. Now, that generally depends on the physique you currently have right now. If you're a stick, don't even worry about what I'm saying. Focus on the same training, but generally just bulk up. You can't do this right now. But in the general scope of everybody, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be mainly focusing on your lats and your shoulders. That is what's going to make you get that wide Dorito look. Now, if you already have shoulders and small arms, then of course, prioritize what you need to prioritize. But to prioritize the aesthetic body, we need to be working on mainly capping our delts and thickening our back. And the workouts that you're gonna mainly be doing is lateral raises or shoulder presses, where you will be working the front two shoulders, well, delts. You have the front deltoid and the side deltoid that's right here. That is what's gonna make you get that wider look, that frame that you're looking for. And what's going to enhance that frame is the back. And what we use for the back is maybe a lat pull down or a close grip pullover towards or bent over rows that's going to make our back wide and thick. Now, in terms of abs and chest, that's what it's gonna make you get passed around inside the girls' GC and basically become a celebrity among them. That's what's gonna make them drool over you, basically. Now, in order to work out these specific muscles, we're gonna be mainly focusing on 2 exercises for each of these muscles. For the upper chest, it's mainly just gonna be a flat press and an incline press like this. Basically, you either do that on a Smith machine row where you bring the bar or the seat higher than parallel. Basically, you make it like this, and you make it higher to the point where you're sat like this on an arch against the bench, and you're gonna be pressing upwards, where you're mainly gonna be feeling this upper chest muscle right here. That is how we hit the upper chest. Now, the other exercise for upper chest is the flat press, where we do that for overall fullness and the development of your chest. But the real bang for your buck that you work on for your chest is that incline press. That's where you're going to be focusing 70 to 80% of your actual muscle growth. That's where you want to focus the main bang of your buck. Now, in terms of abs, there's 2 components to really get that sexy washboard abs that you're looking for, and that's mainly body fat percentage and overall muscle growth. What you really want to mainly focus on is body fat percentage, where you have to be lean enough to even see your abs. There's a reason why the big blocky guys, where they can have this big macho chest and arms, they don't have abs, so they're not going to be sexy. What makes your abs pop is your overall leanness, how lean you are. And the general range that you want to be around is that 8 to 12 range, that Goldilocks zone, where you're not too dehydrated, deprived of essential nutrients that you get from your food, where you're always hungry and you're more prone to binging at 1 a.m. in the morning, eating Pop-Tarts because you get late night cravings. No, we don't want that. Where you're mainly going to be inside that range, that Goldilocks zone, where you get the most bang for your buck and you still look sexy. Now, in order to get that blocky, nice ridge that you're looking for, that nice, sexy six-pack that you're looking for, you have to work on overall growth, thickness. And how we work those is mainly 2 leg exercises for abs, where you do a hanging leg raises, where you find like a dip machine, where people mainly do like, chest and tries, where you dip up and down like that and you go downwards. No, we're gonna be doing hanging leg raises, where you're gonna put your back against the padding, right? There's gonna be padding on your back, and you're gonna bring your legs all the way up, but you're not gonna just be doing parallel where you're just doing it like this, up like this. No, you're gonna be curling your legs up, almost as a curl up, not just flapping your arms up and down, because that's mainly going to be working on your hip flexors, the muscles that are inside of your legs. No, we want to be working the main lower abs. That's what's going to make you sexy. So you mainly do leg raises and you curl up. You curl, you feel, you use the muscles inside your lower abs to really bring out the most of that exercise. And then you want to do a decline sit-up. Not regular sit-ups where you just sit down on the floor. Well, if you're a beginner, yes, those are effective, but you mainly want to be progressively overloading on those muscles. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to find a bench, and you mainly want to bring the bench. You should be able to customize it to make it go downwards, but mainly you want to have it as a decline, where you're hanging down, you're mainly down, your head is closest to the floor, and you're going to be bringing your head all the way up and curling, not just bringing yourself up like this. No, curling, using your upper muscles, the upper abs to curl your body towards the sky basically. And that's what's gonna make you have that nice blocky, that nice ridge that you're looking for inside your upper abs. Now, what I just taught you is the exact blueprint on how to be able to get that sexy physique that allows women to practically drool over you. Now, if you want to know how to specifically utilize these muscles to be able to take those shirtless pics and get the attraction that you want from women, go down and link the description. I have a community where I personally teach you how to take pics to get you laid and get you on that girl's mattress. Go down and link in the description. I'll see you there. Now, before you leave, I want to talk about one last thing that is probably going to be the most bang for your buck, which will make you stay consistent inside the gym. And I want to talk about exercise frequency, the amount of reps and sets that you do inside the gym. This is probably going to be the last 40% of your main 80-20 split. And essentially what I want to teach you is the Goldilocks zone of frequency training, or the lifting of the amount of sets and reps you're going to be doing. People on the internet will tell you mainly just do 3 to 12 reps, 3 sets of 12, redundancy. You don't want to do that. You're going to be wasting your time inside the gym, and you're not going to get what you want. And I'm not going to be able to help you properly to get that attractive physique that you want. No. What we're mainly going to be doing is we're going to be training to absolute failure, maximum muscle fatigue. It's where we work mainly from 2 to 8 sets, no, 2 to 8 reps, and you're going to be doing 2 sets. So I'll repeat, 2 sets and mainly 2 to 8 rep range, and you're gonna be pushing to absolute maximum failure. That is that Goldilocks zone that you're gonna get between the powerlifters in 1 to 5 reps, strongman deadlifts, to the CrossFitters where they do 4 sets to 12, 3 sets to 18, 3 sets to yada yada yada. No, we're going to be going for the absolute spearhead, the most bang for your buck. They're going to be in that Goldilocks zone. You're mainly going to be working that 2 to 8 rep range for 2 sets. You're going to be pushing to absolute maximum failure. You should be gritting your teeth on the last set. The last set, the last rep. If you get to number 7 rep on your exercise and you can't push to that last 8, that is your failure. That is maximum muscle fatigue. You have just reached failure. But overall, with those 3 points, the V taper, how to exactly work out which muscles you need to work out in order to get that attractive physique, and exercise frequency, that's what is going to make you get that most bang for your buck, where you can walk across that beachfront, see the girl you like, and absolutely fuck the shit out of her with minimal fatigue and absolute ease. My name is Bo. Go down and look in the description, and I'll see you later.